less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
Oh, man, I can't believe he shot away still.
Football 101 tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a
Bro,
disappointment.
listen, I'm telling you, I did a draft,
They give him full authority to go ahead and bring
and
it
there's
out,
somebody who I got on my team. I don't see him in the draft. And there was another player, about 3 other players that's good. I don't see him on it at all. I'm dead serious.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. They get him to the ground.
You got some halfbacks, some corners, and a linebacker, and a couple receivers not on that in that draft.
It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100
Did you download the first draft class? Dude who got the most downloads.
Be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now we're
seeing
a pretty good pattern of that happening.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Nice play right there.
Yeah, that's the one that that got all the players on there on that one.
Take over a game. So what
You're not
Real?
Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. To punt on fourth down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He was called 3 times in the win last week.
Yeah, I'm in one now.
Years away. On the return,
all right, Bama.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice
he downloaded the wrong fucking roster, man.
Here, first and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a first and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down.
A gain of a yard.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On second down, Freeman. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Brings up second and 11 at the 42-yard line.
Man, come on, man. You fucking clown that shit, man. Fucking stupid, man.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 44-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
The 44-yard line.
What up with it, bro?
This is Freeman on first and 10. And he gets this inside the 35-yard.
What up with it, bro?
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I'm in
the first quarter, and Charles, we talked
game
before the game
right
about
now.
them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter, so to me, that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So
go hard.
Complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside, but it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with James Conner. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On 1st down, Freeman. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Roethlisberger able to complete this one to McLeod. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal from just inside the 5. They'll run here with Freeman. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Man, god damn it, gang. Come on. I did not try to shoot. Man, fuck. Man. Bro, I double tap X trying to hurry up and hike the ball, bro.
As his guys are first onto the scoreboard.
I wasn't shooting him. I was really man, God.
Put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Makes the score Steelers 7. Nothing. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
That boy's going to be a superstar.
Big bet of the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Devontae Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Devontae Freeman, 77 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Boy, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a one-play drive with a one-play drive of your own. And you're exactly right. If you step away from the action, my dad took me to a Major League Baseball game when I was 8. I needed to go to the bathroom. Of course, while we're in the bathroom, grand slam home run.
Well, it tends to happen that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, my dad still hasn't forgiven me.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
T.J. Watt there on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. He'll check this down to Hines. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Complete to Nyheim Hines. A gain of 21 yards. And a Colts 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Hines. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line.
He was
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw is Kaepernick. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
He'll fire it deep for Rager. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here we go on 4th down with Kaepernick. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And some room to roam now. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They run the counter with Cook. And some space here. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Dalvin Cook with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Rigoberto sends
this one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. From the 27, Roethlisberger, and it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Man, let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On third down, Roethlisberger. Hitting Juju on the slant. 20. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are going to take the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go and bring it out, try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that.
J-Pack left out the party.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field. And
what?
Around him.
They didn't call pass interference on that shit, man.
Someone that we're going to trust.
This motherfucker, man.
If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Back to the air on second down. It's Kaepernick. And once more for Hilton, and this time complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
First down.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives him a chance
you
to
lost, Matt?
relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down.
Yeah.
Kaepernick to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. And that is going to be incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on fourth down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On first down, Freeman. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Tackle made by Zaire Franklin.
1 yard gain.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Freeman again. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
He's brought down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to him back.
4.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there out of Cook. 57 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They'll run with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Dalvin Cook, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well. And they may have run into him after the kick went away. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he's got some space here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. What did you see there on the defensive side? What allowed that good-sized run?
Well, they were in a cover 2 alignment, which means your 2 safeties are back away from the line of scrimmage. So if you can match up your blocking at the line, at the point of attack, there's usually some room, a big gap between that second level and third, and that's what they were able to exploit.
And he's got this down to the 35. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuck the run.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now it's Roethlisberger. He's got the hook up to McLeod. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Freeman. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Miles Killebrew on the stop. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Yeah.
They'll run here with Connor.
Go hard, say something before he left out.
And taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Colts 9-yard line.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Freeman. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The defense may be content to give him 9 there as it brings up 4th and goal. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming.
A 28-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
On the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame. Cook getting the call there on 1st down as he works his way forward for a nice gain of 5.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure
I got my broadcast up, bro.
Have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted,
are you here playing one now?
Stretch, he should have fresh legs.
1st down, here's the run.